Hello everyone, this is English Tutor Hub official channel and welcome back to our English lesson where learning English feels like art. And today we shall be looking at vocabulary and types of vocabulary explained. Let's get started. Introduction to vocabulary. Vocabulary forms an integral part of the process of reading and reader's comprehension. It refers to the words needed for communicating effectively. It implies receptive vocabulary and expressive vocabulary. Receptive vocabulary refers to the words that we hear and read, while expressive vocabulary implies the words that we speak and write. It is rightly said that without vocabulary, it is not possible to convey anything. A broader idea of vocabulary is discussed below. Vocabulary definition. Vocabulary is denoted as the group and collection of words that are known and used by a particular person. It can also be defined as a list or collection of words or phrases that are normally alphabetically arranged and defined or explained. Vocabulary is also commonly called word stock, lexis, and lexicon. Importance of vocabulary. Vocabulary is an essential part of anyone's life, and the following points describe the importance of vocabulary. 1. Vocabulary is critical for communication and expression. 2. Vocabulary forms the basis of reading comprehension. 3. Linguistic vocabulary and thinking vocabulary work parallel. 4. Vocabulary also forms a basis for judgment many times. 5. For conveying anything, vocabulary is important. What is vocabulary in English? The answer to what is vocabulary in English is all the words that form a language to be understood by a specific person or maybe a group of people. Vocabulary in English can be categorized into two types, namely active and passive. The words that we use and understand in day-to-day language are termed as active vocabulary, while the ones which we know but use rarely are said to be passive vocabulary. 3 tiers of vocabulary. Vocabulary is described with the following 3 tiers. 1. Basic vocabulary. The basic words form the first tier of vocabulary. These words normally have a single meaning and do not require instruction. Early reading words, sight words, adjectives, verbs, nouns, etc. are portrayed in this tier. 8,000 word families in English comprises this tier. Number 2, high frequency vocabulary. Also called the multiple meaning vocabulary tier, this tier comprises words used in a variety of domains: adult communication, literature, etc. It influences reading and speaking. 7,000 word families comprise this tier. The characteristic for tier 2 words are as follows. It has multiple meanings. Vital for reading comprehension. Typical mature language. Descriptive vocabulary. a diverse environment use these words. Use for direct instruction. Three, low-frequency vocabulary. The words that are used only when specifically required or in a particular domain like weather, technology, geographical region, occupation, hobbies, school, etc. comprise this tier. About 4 lakh words or 400,000 words in vocabulary in English comprise this tier. Types of vocabulary. The types of vocabulary can be categorized based on spoken and written vocabulary. Children start vocabulary building through listening and speaking even before writing and reading. Every type of vocabulary has a different aim and purpose. However, the development of one type of vocabulary facilitates another. The types of vocabulary are discussed below briefly. 1. Listening vocabulary. Listening vocabulary comprises words that we understand through hearing. A fetus may start recognizing some words when in the womb. Learning new words is a continuous process, and by the time you reach adulthood, almost 50,000 words are understood and recognized by you. Deaf people can be exposed to visual listening vocabulary for learning. Number 2, speaking vocabulary. Speaking vocabulary consists of words that we actually speak. It has a horizon of around 5,000 to 10,000 words. These are used for giving instructions and conversations. The number of words in this category are comparatively lesser than the listening vocabulary. 3. Reading vocabulary. The major ingredient of vocabulary building is reading. Reading grows and develops your vocabulary. The words we get to learn while reading a text are termed as reading vocabulary. It may happen that we understand words through reading vocabulary even if we don't use it in speaking vocabulary. 4. Writing vocabulary. Words are recouped while expressing ourselves through writing are termed as writing vocabulary. Writing vocabulary is normally influenced by the words we are able to spell. We find it easy to express verbally through facial expression or intonation, but writing vocabulary depends upon our expertise in vocabulary. Final vocabulary. Richard Rorty discovered this term. Final vocabulary. It is a collection, set, or group of words that every person applies to justify their actions, beliefs, and lives. Final vocabulary comprises words a person avails to praise, contempt, express deep feelings, hopes, doubts, etc. Ways to improve your vocabulary. Students can adopt several ways to improve their vocabulary. A few important ways to improve vocabulary are given here. Develop a reading habit. Students can improve their vocabulary if they develop a reading habit. They can add new and unfamiliar words to their list. It is easy to improve vocabulary when they come across new words while reading a novel or a newspaper article. Dictionary and thesaurus. Students can use online dictionaries and thesauruses for improving vocabulary. They can find synonyms to the words that are far better than the words used by them. Dictionaries can help students to learn about root words, related words, and antonyms. Word games. Word games such as Scrabble are useful for students to expand and enhance their vocabulary. Students can note down the important words that they learn while playing the game and can cause them in their writing. Flashcards. Students can use flashcards to learn different words. There are many smartphone apps that can help students to make flashcards, and they can make a number of words every day to increase their vocabulary. Use new words in conversation. Students must try to use new words in their conversation. They can use the words that they learn from reading or while watching TV in their conversation or in their conversation to remember them. Conclusion. People struggle with vocabulary due to lack of instruction, learning strategies, poor memory skills, or learning disabilities. Response to Intervention Program, RTI, assists in vocabulary building. Learning and exploring new words and then applying them in different contexts improves your communication skills. Always keep learning antonyms, synonyms, connotations, idioms, phrases, and keep reading various books to develop your vocabulary. So this video ends here about vocabulary and types of vocabulary explained. Thanks for watching.